Attention business owners, what's the secret to increasing your sales without spending more money on ads? It's about working smarter, not harder. It's about tools, leverage, optimization, and systems. And that is what we at Simple Talk have built. Simple Talk AI is an AI voice company or an AI automation company at its root. But using that technology in combination with me, Chris Gordon, the CEO and founder that has an AI and tech background. I've founded 3 companies before this one and have exited one. The co-founder of the company has spearheaded and founded an 8-figure marketing company before this. And then we have a VP of sales that also has had her own marketing and sales company that has decided to join us. And using and leveraging what I've learned from my tech side, leveraging what the co-founder, Michael, has learned from the marketing and also a sales background, and then leveraging the knowledge from our VP of sales, we've put together the most powerful way to leverage AI. That's the difference between us and some of the other AI companies out there that are just providing the product, just the voice AI itself. We know that the value is how you leverage and how you use the AI and then putting it into a system and giving that system to the businesses that helps increase their leverage for their marketing and increase their leverage for sales. So what you see here when I'm sharing my screen is a simple diagram of our marketing and funnel journey. So I'm going to walk you guys through the marketing and kind of funnel journey and what we do as far as the questions we ask before someone books a call, our lead scoring system, and how our AI interacts and maneuvers within the system and how it works and enhances it as well. And if you're watching this video after you booked a call with us, you're already in the middle of this system and it may have already been called by our AI, hence the reason why you're watching this video. And if you're watching this video before you booked an appointment, when you book an appointment, our AI will call you and you'll have a conversation with it. And you'll see how it works within our system. At a umbrella level, it's called Simple Talk AI Sales System. And I'm going to start from the left to right to explain the marketing system first, and then I'm going to explain how the AI interacts with it. So we have our ad creative here. This can be a lot more complex, but I wanted a simple layout here. We have a split test. We send 50% of our traffic here to this funnel and 50% of traffic here. We have our opt-in. We have our name, phone number, email. And then that's the first point that we have the person's information. They could have clicked on the ad creative and went on the funnel page and dropped off there. But if they put in their name, phone number, email, we have their information. If they put in their name, phone number, email, and they do not go to the next step, which is the survey, then we categorize them as a lead score 1. As soon as somebody drops off of this page, once they get to the survey, or let's say they drop off before they get to the survey, but they put in their name, email, and phone number, then our AI will call them immediately and walk them through why Simple Talk is valuable, gather their interest, run a full, basically sales discovery on the call, and diagnose their issues, find out the problems that they're having in their business, tell them how Simple Talk can help. Not too much. It wants to prep them on getting the interest for the sales call. So it does a really good job of piquing their interest, probing at those pain points, gathering that information for the closer, and then walking them through the survey questions and then booking that call with them. So we have different trainings or different AIs that we use per lead score. So the lead score 1, the fact that they never went to the survey, we don't know the answers to these questions yet because they didn't go to the survey first. So the AI knows that once it does the discovery and goes through the rapport building to ask these questions before going to the booking to make sure they're a good fit. And it, like I said, it calls them immediately. And the good thing about our sales system is that it calls leads 4 times every day until they answer or book. And let's say that the person opts in and then they go to the next step, which is the survey step, and they answer these questions. We have different logic within the questions that will disqualify a person from not being eligible to work with us just because we can't help everybody. We guarantee our results, so we want to make sure that we can help the person. And for that, I have a lead scoring model, a very basic one down below that will kind of walk through what each of our 3 lead scores are. So we have lead score 1, opted in, no survey, which is what I just walked you guys through. We have lead score 2, no ads, plus revenue less than 5K. So if a business is not running ads and they're not doing more than $5,000 a month, they are categorized as a lead score 2. Then if they are a lead score 3, that means that they're running ads and their revenue is greater than $5,000 a month. So those are the 3 scoring models and criteria here. The only disqualification that we have as far as a survey outcome is if they are not running ads plus the revenue is less than 5K. So that's 2 here. So they go through the questions. Which CRM do you use? Are you running ads? Your current ad spend, current monthly revenue, and then please explain your business. So this is information that we gather. So I don't want to go too deep in the weeds with that. This is just a high level example. But let's say they go through the survey and they select that they're not running ads and that their revenue is less than 5K. They will be sent and categorized as a lead score 2 and sent to a lead score 2 booking page to just make sure that they are aware of the pricing of our products and services. And in the instance that they are aware of the pricing and still want to go forward, they're still allowed to book a call. But let's say they submit the survey and they get sent to this booking page and don't book and they drop off there. The AI gets notified that a lead score 2 has dropped off and it calls them instantly. But the valuable piece of the lead score 2 here is that we have all the answers to these questions that we give the AI. So when the AI calls them, the AI knows which CRM they use. The AI knows if they're running ads. It knows their ad spend. It knows their current monthly revenue. It also knows what that business serves, what that business sells, and at what price point. So the conversation is completely unique and dynamic and personalized to that person. So an example with this would be the AI calls a person and rings them up and says, hey, I see that you were going through a survey and you dropped off before booking. I'm an AI, by the way, that works for Simple Talk. I just want to talk to you real quick just to see if you have a couple of minutes to talk about your business and see how we can help. And then let's say the person says, sure, sure, I'd love to talk about my business really quickly. We categorized and made a whole bunch of different variations of scripts and prompts that work really, really well, that have been made and curated by some of the top sales representatives in organizations, and have put that into our AI to make it as special and make it as good as it is. So what it will do from there is it will do that rapport building, that light discovery. We don't want to prolong the call because we know that the purpose of the call is to book for the closer and give the closer as much context and information on that person as possible. But it'll run through these survey questions as well as part of the call. So it'll confirm, hey, so I see that you're using Go High Level and you're running ads, spending about like $5,000 a month in ads or something like that. And let's say the person confirms that. Yes, that sounds about right. And let's say that the person says that they're not doing $5,000 a month in revenue, or actually, transparently, that scenario doesn't really make sense because you're not spending $5,000 a month in ads, not at least doing $5,000 in revenue. So let's back up a little bit there. So let's say they're not running ads, and their monthly revenue is less than 5K. So the AI is smart enough and intelligent enough to dynamically tailor and alter that conversation. So it can tell the person, hey, I see from the questions in the survey that you've been in business for, let's say, 2 years. Let's say they put the amount of time they've been in business as this, because this is just an input to box. Let's say this AI says you've been in business for 2 years. Actually, let me backtrack a little bit now. Let's do 2 months to make it more realistic. You've been in business for about 2 months. Congratulations, by the way. That's amazing. It's hard enough to start a business, and I see that you're succeeding already. That's amazing. We see that your price point is around $500, and you're using Go High Level CRM. You haven't started running ads yet, and your monthly revenue is around $4,000. So you see that in 2 months you've already gotten up to $4,000 a month in revenue, and your price point is very competitive in that market or that industry, etc. So that's just a high level scenario of how that conversation can be like dynamic, and then it can gather the person's information even further if we need to, and then it will gather interest even more, and then get them to book a call to speak with one of our closers at a later time, and then the person will show up to the sales call already kind of educated. And then on top of that, the closer is fed the entire transcript from the conversation so they can use that as prep for the sales call, and the person shows up. And I will backtrack here to go back and go through the lead scoring 3 and kind of the rest of the system. But now that I've gone this far, I also want to talk about the appointment reminder calls. So let's say in this instance that the lead score 2 did book a call, right? We use the AI for our appointment reminder calls as well, because we were seeing in our own system that some people just don't check their text messages. Some people don't check their emails, and it's just not a good way to remind someone that may book a demo and forget about it. So in addition to the texting and emailing for the appointment reminders, we have a 24-hour reminder call that the AI will actually call them and remind them that they have an appointment. So let's say that it's the appointment is for 10 a.m. tomorrow, and I just booked a call at, and let's say that I booked a call the day before, and it's 10 a.m. the day before. I get a call from the AI, and the AI says, hey, Chris, I see that you have a call booked. Hey, Chris, this is, Joseph and AI from Simple Talk AI. Just really quickly, I see that you have a call booked tomorrow at, Wednesday the 9th at 10 a.m. or just tomorrow at 10 a.m. We're excited to speak with you. This is just a quick reminder call. But in the meantime, if you have a couple seconds, do you have any questions before you go into the sales call that would help us know a little bit more about your business, that would help us make sure that your experience and conversation with one of our representatives is informed as possible? And a lot of times people from our own internal use case will actually sit there and say, yeah, well, actually, I do have some things that I want you to know about my business, or this is going on in my business, etc. And it's giving the sales closer even more ammunition on the call. Whereas if you're just sending the text message reminders and emails, that's not giving people the ability to reply to those things and actually give you context. And also, if let's say you ask for context over text message, the person is not really going to type out a long-winded scenario. But if it's verbal and the person's on the phone, they can just talk out loud. So we're getting a lot more detailed responses, feedback, and information on the people because of that. And then in this scenario here, if they answer the 24-hour reminder call, then we skip the 1 hour reminder. If they don't answer the 24-hour reminder call, then we call them again 1 hour before the appointment. And then we, of course, alert the closers because it's all plugged into our CRM. And by the way, we're compatible with the biggest CRMs in the industry. So that includes Go High Level, HubSpot, Zoho, Pipedrive, and many others, actually. It's a pretty big list of compatible CRMs, and you can check that on our website. We also have a custom integration. As long as it plugs into Zapier or Maker, any of those resources, we can also connect to it as well. But to get back to the demonstration here, I kind of walked through the scenario of a lead score 2 that didn't book, right? But let's say that the person was qualified. They said they were running ads and they're making above 5K a month, and they're a lead score 3 and they drop off. The same scenario. It would call them and go through those questions and get them to book. Let's say that they actually did go through with the booking, right? So lead score 3 booked or lead score 2 booked. The AI still calls them within 5 minutes after booking. You guys can ask for this as part of your system if you want it, or you could make it so that it waits an hour after if you'd like. But ours calls immediately and then walks them through their survey questions, confirms them, and just gets the person excited for the upcoming call. That touch point has improved our show-up rates drastically, on top of the AI calling as well. On top of the AI texting. As soon as somebody books an appointment, we actually send them a text message, or AI sends them a text message automatically, giving them the information for the call, completely personalized to them in their business, by the way, and then ask them for confirmation that they're going to be able to make it. And then what the AI also does is if they have questions or need to converse, the AI will converse with them over text message right then and there. But it'll also text them as well a little bit later, just to ask if they are going to be able to make it if they didn't reply to the first message. Let's say they don't reply to the first message and they booked a call 2 days out. The AI will text them the next day, the day before the appointment, and say, hey Jeff, I didn't hear back from you on confirmation of your appointment on the last text, and you didn't answer when I called you. Could you just let me know if you're able to make it? We have a full calendar in a lot of other businesses that that could take up the time, so we just want to make sure that you're interested. And the person will reply, yes, I'm interested, or no, I'm not. And then from there, we can either set the system up to take them off the calendar to improve show-up rates and give the ability to for the salesperson to have another booking there, or you can allow the closer to kind of like manually go in and figure out what to do with that scenario, etc. But that kind of covers at a high level the entire system and kind of like how it works. But what I want to do now is I want to go over to our dashboard and show you some of the metrics from our internal calls. This is our actual live account that we use for our ads now. And it shows you broken down by day the AI calling metrics here. So if I just go by today, we spent $10.95, 109 minutes. So it's a couple, it's a few cents a minute. Made 116 calls, 54 answers, 61 no answers. And then here we have 15 appointments. And I want to give this disclaimer here. The appointment number is not directly congruent to the number of calls, because not every call has the outcome of trying to get an appointment. Like our reminder calls, the AI's purpose is not to book an appointment, it's to just remind them. So we don't count the calls that its purpose is not to book in the appointments percentage here. Actually, it's more relevant to the percentage than the actual total number. I apologize for that. But in the appointments percentage here, just because it doesn't make sense. Let's say that your company's primary use case is a transfer. You want to transfer to your sales team and on like a round robin number or something like that. We wouldn't want the transfer percentage to be affected by your other calls that were maybe purpose of booking, etc. So I had to backtrack a little bit there. But we're able to get 15 appointments. Today so far, and today is also not over, by the way. So we're able to get 15 appointments so far. But what's really cool is we have a 30% booking rate. That means out of the people that we called, did not answer or did answer, we have 30% booking rate from the time they answered the call to when our AI was actually able to walk them through that discovery, walk them through those questions, and get them interested and motivated to book a call live on the phone. That means when the AI literally asked them, hey, so we have availability tomorrow at 10 a.m. or 12 p.m. Which one of those works for you? And I say the person says, well, I'm not available until 4 p.m. Then the AI looks at the calendar, our round robin calendar for our sales team. We have multiple of them. So if we have different agents for different calendars, etc., he's able to look at the availability of our entire sales floor and say, you know what, we do have an appointment available for 4 p.m. Does that work for you? And I say the person says, yes, sure, that works for me. And we'll go ahead and book that appointment live on the phone. The person will get the confirmation instantly. And then we have the AI texting them for the show up rates. And then we also have the AI calling them to remind them of the appointment when necessary. So it's an entirely interwoven system that's working together. But what's really impressive here is, like, these are live metrics. Like, I'm going back and forth between total percentage and cost. But what's really impressive here is our cost per appointment is 30 cents. It went up a little bit yesterday, $1.35. We have 74 cents, 65 cents, 56 cents, 81 cents, etc. So our cost per appointment from people that are high quality leads that have opted into our funnel that didn't book is less than $1 on average. And if we look at the average here, our average cost per appointment is 80 cents. That's 80 cents for a lead that has been pre-qualified, educated on our offer and what our program does, acknowledge the price point in certain situations, because if they're actually a lead score 2 that got DQ'd, the AI ensures that they acknowledge the price point before allowing them to book, and they booked on the calendar. So this has been, a huge saving grace for us because of that. It's made us a lot of money because of that. And going back here, you're able to kind of see the metrics here as well as spent. We're spending $10 here, spent $6 Saturday, $17 Thursday, $13 Wednesday. So we're spending $10 and we've gotten 15 appointments so far. We spent $7 here and got 11 appointments. We spent $13.74 to get 17 appointments on Friday. And this is live data, by the way. And going back to the percentages here, these are amazing percentages. The fact that an AI that we trained once, that works perfectly forever, that works consistently every time, is working this well, this is impressive numbers. So I just wanted to show you guys this in the dashboard so that you can see for yourself just how impressive this really is, and see the numbers live in real time. And you can even sort by like a date range here. Let's say I want to look back to, September 27th, right? You're able to kind of see that average a little bit bigger. And you're still able to see our average cost per appointment is still only 82 cents. So this is consistent over time. It's been consistent this entire time. But what's good for you guys is the fact that we're going to come in and set this all up for you, and you don't have to worry about training the AI because we do that for you. We take all the learnings and all the lessons and training that we've gotten from our co-founder and our VP of sales and all of our sales reps and all the other sales orgs that we've worked with and all of our clients we've worked with, and we've trained the AI, and we also train it for you in your business so that it performs this well for you as well. So there's just so many benefits to being able to automate this system and being able to replace an entire setter team. Transparently, in our business, in our organization right now, we don't have setters. We've never needed them because the AI calls everybody instantly, and it calls them until they answer. So it calls them 4 times the first day, 4 times second day, 4 times third day, and then it starts to back off into a more gradual nurture sequence. But we can increase that if you'd like. We could lessen that if you'd like. We can program it to be to fit within your business and to help you replace your setter team or help you enhance your setter team. But that kind of goes over everything. I know that I've covered a lot and it may be overwhelming, but when you get on the call, one of our team representatives will be able to go through everything in more detail and answer your questions that you may have. And also, if you have booked a call, the AI will have already called you or will be calling you soon for that 24-hour reminder or the 1-hour reminder call. So look out for that, and then let us know what you think. Give us feedback. But once again, I'm Chris Gordon, the CEO and founder of Simple Talk AI. And I hope you guys have a good experience with the Simple Talk AI sales system. And I look forward to talking to you guys through the chats. Thank you.